Hello and welcome. This is Mike. Welcome back. Back in the mining hub in the ore processing facility. I've made a few changes offline. I've fenced in some of the area just to try and put a bit of safety in and keep them silly mobs out. They still come in, obviously, but this one. But yeah, I done this fencing briefly yesterday. It just helps a bit, makes it a little bit more secure. Like I say, they still get in, but that's okay. And I've not finished it yet. I've only got up to here and over there as well. Fenced off all round there. Hello, Mr. Spider. Yeah, so closing it in a little bit. I did contemplate at one point yesterday, just continuing this sand just around the bottom part there, just to see what that might look like. But then I did a little experiment, and it didn't really do anything for the overall look. And it's messing with biomes as well, which doesn't sit well with me really. So who was that? Because you can see in that lake, you can see where the desert biome is. It ends there. The edge of it is there, or this part of it anyway. But no, but I think, like, I mean, this is an ongoing thing, like I've said before, and there's lots to do up here and around here anyway. So I'll just stick to the tasks in hand at the minute. What I did do, I'm trying to think what else I did. I did make a start on starting to gather up some ores and stuff for processing in there, etc., and storage. Because I think at the minute I've got ore and stuff plonked everywhere, all kinds of different outposts and things. So part of today, it could be a little bit laborious in some ways, but I'm going to travel around and just collect up all the ore that I can find, because I did start a bit of processing. Shut that door. Iron, gold, and copper. We've got some more here actually. Yeah, I started putting stuff through these. Starting to get stuff organised a bit better. And some gold. Yeah, I've got all kinds everywhere, so I do need to make the effort in going around and collecting some stuff up and starting to build up this facility into what it needs to be. I did... What else did I do? I went and did some work down in that mine over there. In fact, I'm going to quickly show you. It's easier to explain if I show you what I've done. Like I say, this video is going to be a little bit all over the place, really, but it's in preparation for getting stuff sorted and all that kind of stuff. So, oh yeah, and I did glass in my little bedroom, just for something to do, really. Make it a little bit safe, somewhere I can stand. Because I use PCVR, I often jump back to the desktop and check Discord and things like that. And if I'm stood out in an open part where I can get attacked, things can go wrong. So I always like to have a little room where I can stand I know I can pause, but I'm still not quite in the habit of doing that, because that screen used to not pause the world outside, but now when you're on it, when you go back to this screen, everything's paused. The music and sound effects still play, but all the mobs and stuff are paused, so you can't get attacked anyway. But but yeah, let's shoot down the mine quick, because I want to explain my normal process of how I mine, and the way I collect materials and stuff. And well, I'll explain when we get down there, because it'll make more sense if you can see. Yeah, I did try sanding this bit out yesterday, but it just looks silly, and it's going even further away from that natural thing that I like. But yeah, I did do a bit down here, just to kickstart the ore stuff off and whatnot. But right, what I normally do, with my strip mining, I think this is called, I will normally just go down, come across, and then come back. But I've got in the habit of only really collecting up diamonds, sometimes iron ore. So I will collect anything in the corridor, but anything on the sides I will normally leave, like iron ore, copper and gold. Pretty much everything else apart from diamonds at this stage. But it's amazing how much stuff you find that you've left in passing. So what I'd done here, I went back through my strips and took out everything. Well, basically copper, iron and gold. And I just block these off as and when I've done one, so I know I've done it. And I got quite a lot, actually. Just by running through the corridors and grabbing the odd bit of copper that I'd left and things like that. And I know that they've been left there for a reason. I can always go back and get them if I need to, which is basically now, really. So, yeah, so that's what I did yesterday. I checked through here as well, yeah. Because quite a bit of my time I do spend running around trying to find this, trying to find that. So designating this spot up the top as my main hub is a good thing. Get me a little bit more organised going forwards. So yeah, I've not been picking up redstone. I've left redstone in these, because I've got a fair bit of redstone stashed up anyway, and I don't need it. And like I said, it's always here if I need it anyway. But yeah, what I want to do, free up my inventory and just jump in my mine carts and just go round to some of my other mines, and gather up everything and bring it back here. So like I say, it's not going to be the most exciting viewing, but it's something I need to do, so I thought I'd hit record anyway and bring you along if you wish. But yeah, let me go and empty my inventory as much as I can. Just take the bare essentials so I can bring back as much stuff as I need. Something else I need to do, thinking about it, I need to put some steps there coming up to this track, this pathway. Not that I'm lazy, but I normally come across that bridge, just jump straight up here, so I might as well put a pathway there. Right, let's dump off what we can, and I'll put everything in here. I'm not always like to carry some tracks with me just in case. Right, don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need that. I think I'm going to be quite brutal because I'm not going to need. Actually, let me quickly make a new pickaxe because that one it's not finished, but we're out of sticks, aren't we? And wood, right? I need to make sure I've got some wood on me. Always carry wood. Right, let's create a stack of those. Get rid of that. Don't need that for a minute. Don't need that. Take a few of those. Right. Yeah, that leaves a fair bit of space. Don't really need all those, but actually swap that for that one. Sword's getting a bit iffy as well, thinking about it really. That'd be okay. Right. Yes, just so I know where everything is in that box. Right, let's get over to the fishing lake. I don't think there's too much stuff in the fishing lake on account that there's no mine there, so I wouldn't have stashed a load of stuff, but we'll find out. I mean, I would fast forward these minecart rides, but I know some people like them, so it's up to the individual if they want to sit through on the ride. A few minutes here and there. But I hope everyone's well. Yeah, I always make sure to carry some track around, just a tiny little bit, and a redstone blocks. Because I think I mentioned it the other day, a couple of times I've found a creeper's, for whatever reason, when I've not been here, has exploded a chunk away. I've never had it before until the last few weeks. Don't know whether I've just been really unlucky, but if you haven't got any track with you, you have to remember to go back and repair it and stuff like that. No big deal, but in fact, I think rather than go to the fishing lake now, what I might do, I've got a savannah outpost and a mine over here, just over this way, in a bit. What we do, we jump out of the cart and run over there, because that was something else I thought about yesterday. I might even make another split in this track, with one branching off to the said savannah base, and the other side continuing on to my fishing lake. Just to add another little route in, really. It's just up here, if I remember rightly. There is already a path coming from this track, you'll see in a second, going to the savannah outpost. Excuse me. So yeah, this one here. What I'll do, I'll jump out here. This path was made. So you can see my outpost. This path, I made this path months ago. It stops just over there, I think, so I didn't get any further. This was before minecarts were a thing, so I made a lot of footpaths for travelling between different places. But anyway, yeah, let's get back because it's getting dark. Just over here is my savannah base and mine, so we can should be able to grab quite a bit of ore from here, I think. Right, we'll sleep quick because don't really want to get blown up just yet. Check for ores here. Actually, I'm going to take that couple of bits of obsidian with me and store that over there as well. Actually, no, I won't take that yet. I don't need that. Yeah, I've got some wood. Gold. I'll leave that here as well. There's a new shovel there. Just swap that. Right. Right, shoot down the mine. Say hello to me llamas. They've been there for months. Right. Nothing there. Yeah, see, normally when I mine out somewhere, I'd normally leave this here. Actually, coal is another thing I've been purposely collecting up this time as well. In fact, let's grab it now. Yeah, having so many furnaces and blast furnaces, I now need to pay special attention to coal. I know I can use lava buckets, which I might swap over to at some point, or buckets of lava, for powering those, but, oh, hello. Alright. Get the copper as well. That's it. It's pretty much what I was doing yesterday. I was going through all my old mines and corridors and stuff and collecting up all this stuff. Like I say, it's quite shocking how much stuff you gather up doing it like that. Can't get up there. No. Right, I'll leave that a bit. Now, see, look, there's loads here, look. Right. Yes, there's already a ton of stuff that I do this occasionally. I'll go through somewhere, but I will leave all the ore that I find. There were diamonds here the other day, but I went and picked them up eventually. Get the coal. Grab that. Yes, this is what I was doing yesterday. I was just going through each of my strips and taking out any copper, gold or iron. Quite lucky I enjoy mining, really, because all the mining I do is because really, like I did in the other place, there's no reason why I can't just block those off. Just to let me know that I've done a pass through on that particular one. Because once you've taken everything out, there's not really much use for it, I suppose. What have we got so far? Yeah, see, look. There's a ton of stuff out there. I've got various mines everywhere, so... I'd love to hear what everyone else thinks about mining. I know some people see it as a chore, but I mean, I strangely get quite a bit of satisfaction and peace in when I'm doing my mining. All for a good cause. I think that helps. And it's fun. Right. Grab that. Right. I won't do all these. I will go and we'll move on in a minute and visit some of the other places where it's easy just to grab the loose stuff. This going back over old mining strips can be done at any point. It is nice to get organised though. Right, we'll do this one and then we'll move on, I think. Have I really run out of cobblestone? Wow. I'm just going to grab some cobblestone quick. I can't leave those corridors with gaps in them. There is a cave system through that door up there. There's a found that when I first started this mine. Take some of that. Actually, did we look through here? Yeah, that's right. No, wrong one. Right. What did we end up with? That's right. Well, let's rush back. Grab our minecart and get over to the fishing lake. I think there's because once we're at the fishing lake and I clear that out, just the chests and stuff for storage. It's just a short trip over to main base where I know there's a lot of stuff stored, so we'll probably shoot over to main base after the fishing lake and then Then once we're full up, then might be an idea to sleep quick, I think. Right. Full speed ahead. Right. Let's go. Right, a quick look through here. Some there. Some there. I was looking for some of those ink sacks the other day, actually. We've got to keep an eye on that space, otherwise we're not going to get... I need the gold over here for when I'm making my netherite ingots. I'll leave that there for the minute. Take that. I'm not too fussed about this part because I know there's no mine here as such, so it wouldn't be terrible to leave a few supplies here. In fact, let's leave that here for a minute. Forget that. I was going to make some black dye, but I can do that later. Right. Let me just check this chest. Right. Actually, there's 23 salmon there. I can go in a smoker over there. Right, we'll shoot down over to main base where I know there's a lot more stuff. That used to be my central storage, but to be quite honest, I don't really get over there that often unless I'm looking for something. So if I can eventually move everything over to this other new facility, that can be my central storage, I think. Be nice to have some supercharged minecarts that go a little bit quicker. Certainly quicker than walking, but wouldn't mind it a little bit faster. And from all my experimenting, this is the fastest they will go. Even if you put powered rails on every one, it still only goes this speed, so which is fair enough. And at the end of the day, it is fast enough, but I'm just impatient, I suppose. Actually, let me check this little storage room. There's probably stuff in here. I'll leave. Yeah, we're going to be full up soon. Actually, no, I will take that. I never come in this room nowadays. Now that the tunnel's built, I built this originally just to give me somewhere to go when I was building this tunnel. Let me take them. Spare tracks. Right. Where's my cart gone? Main base is just outside here, so we're nearly there. Oh, made me jump. I forgot I'd left that wolf there. Right. Pretty short on space now. Bit there, take that. I appreciate I'm probably missing some here. But I'm trying not to take too long. Right, some gold nuggets there, that's all right. Right. I forgot I planted those. Done that the other day when I was going to need spruce for that mining hub. Actually, what have I got here? I'm going to need some of these for when I get around to doing my wood farm over at the mining hub, which I'm still conscious of. I've not done. Right, let's just go downstairs quick. Right. Actually, rather than no, one sec. Oh, this is the issue. I've got stuff absolutely everywhere. Shouldn't be any in these ones apart from some diamonds. Apart from here. Well, I was storing some of my stuff. And there. Right. Yeah, see, look at all this. What space we got? It's going to take a good few trips. One place I wouldn't mind emptying out while we're down here. We go the tradesman's route. I do get slimes spawning down here sometimes. Around here. But not very often. Right, yeah, I just wanted to check this storage room in here. Yeah, some there. Some there. Some there. Yeah, the majority of stuff that's stored is just going to be copper, because I've not worried about that too much because of having very little use of it for the time being. But the iron and gold are going to be in the mines that I'd gone through and made. Right, but there are mines everywhere here. There's a big one that I've started through that door, but we won't check that now. Yeah, they're pretty much everywhere, really. Right, one last place. I'll check over there, and then we'll shoot back, I think. Yeah, we're nearly out of space anyway. Why did I pick that up? I don't know. Right. Dump that off. A little bit there. Right. Yeah. Let's shoot back and stick some of this stuff away, and then actually, you carry on. Yeah, I can run some of the other mines off camera, if you will. Yeah, we shoot back. What stuff did we get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 12, 13 copper. Yeah, I'm hoping we're going to have some more uses for copper in the future. We should do. This is why I've always believed all along it's worth collecting all this ore anyway, even before there's any real uses for it, because you've already then got it all stored up. We had the same with redstone. Funny enough, before the redstone blocks were introduced, redstone, there was no real use for it. But it made total sense to mine it anyway and be prepared for when redstone did drop, which is exactly what happened. Like I say, it's going to be the same for copper, really. thinking about it, it would be helpful to get a rough idea of if people enjoy these rides, or because I can easily cut these rides out or speed them up. I don't want to do that if people do actually enjoy the odd minecart ride, or ride along, should I say. But yeah, if you've got any opinions on that, please feel free to put them in the comments. I say it'd be useful to know. I don't want to do anything too drastic if it spoils it for somebody else, so yeah, any info is useful, so yeah, so we've got a nice amount of copper, which is good. We've got to start somewhere. Actually, yeah, we're getting very, very close to village population, I believe. Fingers crossed, all being well. That's going to be interesting. So that main base we was just at, before, like after the fishing lake, that is actually built in a village, so that could be interesting. Right, let's get down there. Get some stuff cooking. Right. Might as well use some of these as well, to be honest. Go old school. And we're not going to have enough to get all 16 going, are we? Tell you what. Just for effect and maybe a screenshot. Some in there, some in there, and some in there. Right, if we're quick. Don't fall in the lava, Mike. Not quite. That'll do. I'm a bit picky about wonky screenshots, that's why I have to take a few. So it's all 16 churning away. We did have some of this as well, didn't we? Right. I think what we need to do also is separate this. Get rid of that. It's much easier to have a chest per ingot, I think, per valuable. I think we've got enough now, so enough chests, that is. Put gold in that one, I think. Actually, gold in there. Okay. Don't know if you can hear that. All the furnaces and blast furnaces going off. The little things. Right. It's a lot of copper, but like I mentioned, no harm in storing all that stuff up. 25 cooked salmon's good. Right. A little bit of music. Alright. Put the... Where's the other... What did I do with... Oh, I think it's... Oh, it's there, isn't it? Right. Let's put that in there. We want one for oh, I can put all that stuff in there. Grab all my stuff in a moment. I think I had more. Did I have more coal? No, couldn't have done. Right. Those furnaces definitely so much faster than blast furnaces are faster than the standard furnaces. Right. Right, get me stuff back now. Right. What we got? Don't need that in there. Don't need those. Right. Right. Well, I think that pretty much makes a good start on the collecting of the materials. I could make that a challenge, couldn't I? A personal challenge to fill these three chests up. So like I say, I've got an awful lot more mines that I need to go through and clear out, like we did down the bottom there just a minute ago. With stuff that I'd passed over. Not so much iron, although there will be a fair bit. But I do tend to pick that up half the time, especially if I need some. I did have an awful lot more iron, but all the rail cart tracks that I've made over the months, that soon gets rid of iron ore. But yeah, I think that'll do for this video. I know there wasn't anything super exciting going on, but it was stuff I need to do, and I thought I'd bring you along for the ride anyway. But I hope you enjoyed it, and take care, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.